Hello everyone, I'm Brazen Eagle and thank you for joining me here. So today, we have a different type of response video. So this is a highlight by Vox. Women are increasingly unhappy. And we have a comic to explain why. So from box 1, American women have made incredible progress since 1970. Progress in what? Ruining the traditional family? Ruining the birth rate? Or, I guess, in this case, women strike for peace and equality. Oh, equality. They never define what equality is, or, in terms of equal opportunity or equal outcomes. They don't want you to know if they're meaning either one because they don't want you to realize that all they want is more of your stuff. Primarily, though, money. That's all they want. That's pretty much this entire comic. They just want more money. That's all they want. But anyways, let's go on. Box 2. Women today are better educated and better paid than we were in 1970, as ranked by the number of master's degrees conferred by gender. Oh. Okay, so women are getting more and more education since 1970. Okay, so but what I see from this chart, that it appears to be that women have made master's degrees progressively more and more worthless. The more you have of something, the less valuable it becomes. Besides, why are they ranking education by master's degrees? Why not bachelor degrees? Why not doctorates? Does this not fit the narrative? Why? How about you lower tuition for men trying to get master's degrees so that men can have an equal number of master's degrees with women? This is for equality, right? Like, come on. Now, box 3. We have more support in our work at home, as well as more opportunities outside the home. Alright, so be it. Box 4. We've made real gains towards equal rights and reproductive freedom. Equal rights. That's just great. Equal rights at the expense of the individual man. Who else is going to pay for supposed equal rights? Reproductive freedom? You mean killing your future society? Equality is truly a great civilized thing of the future. And for box 5, yet in the decades between 1970 and 2005, women's self-reported happiness scores have declined both in the absolute and relative to men's scores. Oh no! Women's self-reported happiness has declined since 1970. It's almost been 50 years. It's so bad now that men are happier than women despite women's advantages in education and in the workplace. Since at least second-wave feminism, women are becoming more and more unhappy. Box number 6. If women have made so many substantial gains in the last 50 years, why are we less happy? It's easy. They fought for supposed rights, supposed equal rights. And now, they must lie in the bed that they have made. Now, box 7 and 8. One culprit might be women's changing expectations. As our opportunities in life and work increased, so did our opportunities to compare ourselves not just to other women, but to the men around us. So, you're telling me that you are unhappier because you have competition? Welcome to the workforce. It's very, very competitive, especially in today's world. You signed up for this. Box number 9. Our expanding awareness of our persisting limitations might cause us to report feeling less happy. Oh, yes, the fake glass ceiling. Tell me, please tell me, what limitations do women have nowadays, especially in the workforce? If a woman wants to out-earn men and become a CEO or a CFO of a company, who's holding her down? It isn't men. I mean, wasn't it like in California, they're trying to mandate that women be a certain percentage on an executive board? If anything, men would love to have a woman in the workplace that can be very successful and make a lot of money for a business. Besides, that would be great PR for the business as well. What limitations do they have besides themselves? Box 10 and 11. The growing complexity of women's lives may also be a factor. In 1970, a woman who was primarily a homemaker might judge her happiness based solely on her family life, whereas a woman 50 years later, in today's world, might be considering circumstances at home and at work. So you're telling me women had it easier in 1970, but they chose to make life more difficult because of supposed equality and feelings? Come on. Box 12. Now, box 12 I'm going to leave separately from the next three. All of this is good news since it suggests that it's our frame of reference for happiness that may have shifted. The bar has been raised. So okay, the bar has been raised. You have to balance life, at home and at work, okay. But you're telling me the bar has been raised that women cannot meet that new level. Women are becoming unhappier because they can't meet the challenges that they themselves demanded. And now for box 13, 14, and 15, but another explanation for the persistence of the male and female happiness gap is that men may have reaped more than their share of benefits from the women's movement. Oh no! Men can't benefit from women? Marriage economists Betsy Stevenson and Justin Wolfers, who no one has ever heard of, speculate that while men enjoy the spoils of the sexual revolution, they are far less impacted by the decline of traditional families and rising economic inequality. There's always a gap you have to explore, right? Good. Let's blame men for women's problems. You know what? Women wanted supposed equality and a little more freedom, and now they're bitching about it. You cannot have your cake and eat it. Men are merely benefiting from any and all social situations that feminism has placed upon society. Men are going to respond to incentives. If men can get the milk for free, why buy the cow? It doesn't make sense. Besides, especially in this box 14 here, do young women not enjoy the spoils of the sexual revolution? Are men only the ones having sex? I mean, men can't have sex with each other if they're straight. For straight people, it takes two to tango. And of course, men are less impacted by traditional families or not having them because those families are dependent on men. If men don't have traditional families, they are far wealthier. Men sacrifice. They give up stuff for their families. Women and children take in stuff in the family. Do you want traditional families back? Then get women out of the workforce in general and keep them at home to raise children, to raise the next generation. Box 16. And although men's contributions have increased, women still do, on average, more than twice the housework that men do, according to leading family researcher Scott Coltrane. Never heard of this person, so I don't really care. According to Scott, women do more housework. And? Is that bad? It sounds like someone wants equality of outcomes. I could go further on this, but we must move on. Box 17 and 18. Because women's increasing participation in the workforce has not been met with proportionally decreasing responsibilities at home, many women are now forced to work what sociologists Arlie Russell Hochschild and Anne Mashung call the second shift that cuts into our leisure time. And that's what we're trying to get at here. Trying to explore this communist propaganda. Women are bitching that they have more responsibilities now because they gotta go to work, because they demanded for it, and now they have less leisure time. It's only logical. But this shows you what they really want. They just want to stay at home and do nothing. They say they want less responsibilities at home. Okay, and so what? I would like more time to make videos. But we do what we can. Everyone must take care of themselves. As a single individual, you go to work and you take care of your responsibilities at home. If you want to be an independent woman who needs no man, then don't be surprised that there's no one to take care of your house if you're working full-time. Box 19. This exposes some of the work we still need to do until we can enjoy real equality. In every sphere, women's happiness is bound to lag behind men. And this is where we see communism masked behind supposed kind words. They want real equality in every sphere. That's literally communism. Everyone gets equality of outcomes at the expense of those who are more successful. To supposedly achieve real equality, that will bring up women's happiness to men's levels. Or actually, realistically, it'll tear men further down to get supposed real equality in every sphere. Or also known as, just give women more stuff, primarily money. And finally, box 20. Especially now that we're finally close enough to see what we're missing. I don't see a baby in this picture. Where's the baby? That's what you're missing. This last one is honestly just mentally insane. Are all men super successful? Are there not men who are beneath this female in this picture? Communists are only concerned about the very top and never see those who are in the general population. These communists don't care for the average man because the average man is invisible to them. Most women don't even see most men out there. They're invisible. All they see is the very top and are filled with envy. And they're ignorant. And you know what? Ignorance is bliss. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'm Brazen Eagle, and I hope you have a great, great day.